Hello, Miss Lisa
He-
Thomas.
Hello.
Welcome to a little bit of a collaboration because you can still see my sign too, but it's more so about KarisTV. And
Okay.
as we briefly spoke over text message, I typically like for her to interview professional African American women for either Black History Month or, in this case, Women's History Month. So
Yes.
full speed ahead into the month. So thank you for taking time out to chat with us a little bit. We have your book.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me.
You are.
I'm honored.
She's so honored. What do you say?
Thank you.
So we recently ran into you at the African American Museum here in Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
And we were so excited because we haven't seen each other in forever, many, many moons. But you were there doing a read-in about your book. We actually didn't hear it because we came in after the fact, but we like the book because of what, Karis?
It's about Black woman and it's Black history and a Black person wrote
it. Exactly.
Any more questions?
Exactly. And not only that, I liked the title, Black Girl Magic. It's okay. It's just a little lip gloss. But it looks so it looks like she's waving pixie dust on here. The little girl.
I like your lip gloss on the back of the book.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wait, is it matte lip gloss or
I think it's a shiny one. I think it's shiny. Mm-hmm. I like that you know the difference.
Right. I was thinking that too.
One time I went to school with some mad and everybody said, "Why are you wearing lip gloss?" They didn't say matte. And I had to tell them it was matte. And they said lipstick.
School the people. School the people.
Right. So you were going to tell us about the cover? Is that
So I self-published.
Okay.
And this is my first project. So I was kind of in the hands of publishers as far as what it would be like. I didn't have any idea that I should have produced a cover first because that was a part of, what they were doing for me. So along the way, when we were talking about the cover, they, instructed me, and they were very constricted on the pictures, and they didn't have that many pictures of women of color.
Yes.
And after my initial response accepting that, I then went on to say, okay, let's see what they have to offer. And then let's see how we can amend it to meet the need that you had in mind if you could have done it yourself. So I added the little girl's wand, and I wanted to make sure that magic, because we refer to that in the book a lot.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's like having fun, and she's a fairy.
Yes, and the wand is in her hand because the magic is too. So it's all meaningful. It's little nuances of meaning in the cover, even the little girl and then the woman, it's all meaning.
And I just noticed there is a skyline at the bottom.
There is a skyline at the bottom. There's also glitter at the bottom and stars and
whatnot.
The
skyline?
Yeah.
What city is that?
There's no real meaning.
Okay.
We can decide right now. Like, let's see. Wherever she is, she's overlooking something. Something is in her background. So, and so is the.
I know what city.
Oh,
Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh,
Now that's imagination.
I love that. I love that imagination. So let's just say Brazil, right? Okay. So there's something in the background. So that could mean that's in her past.
Mm.
That could mean that she's overlooking somewhere she wants to explore.
Mm.
And she has her tools with her. So she has her little glitter, you know, and she's imagining also because her eyes are closed and her hand is postured where she's kind of imagining all these things. So let's just say Brazil, and she's imagining going there, or she's imagining what that will be like because that's her future. There's just so many things we can do with that, huh?
So many.
And it's kind of like, it's like she's believing in someone and they're doing something on a trip, so, and they might be nervous, so she's thinking about someone and trying to encourage them by thinking about what they're going to do.
I love that. I love all of that. all of that.
That is so incredible.
I love that.
I thought it was so interesting that you said there isn't a lot of representation of us for book covers.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. Because on your bookshelf you have
lots of Black people on the covers of my books.
Yes, and we've been very intentional by that. But I remember hubby saying in his photography landscape, one of the pieces he wanted to add was just stock photos so that people can use them on projects and such.
That would be awesome because it's exactly where I had to pull from stock photos. Right. And, you know, there wasn't a lot to choose from. Luckily, everybody loves the cover. Karis, what did you think about it?
I loved it.
Great. I'm so glad. So
actually got two different versions of the same people, but they're like, it's kind of like a girl thinking she's tiny, and this is her thinking about when she's gonna be grown up and being older.
Right. Oh my gosh. And what do you think about the little girl holding the wine, and then
it's like perfect for a little girl because little girls like little tiny things.
And magic.
Yes.
Magic. They believe in magic like me. Yeah. They believe in unicorns.
And I was thinking, like, when you were talking about the girl and the little girl and the woman, and her holding the wine and her thinking about, you know, what she could imagine she could be, you know, with all the things that are available to us and all the ways we can think. And I also love that she's holding the wine up by her head, because we're very, very big on how we think.
Yeah.
And the wine and our brain are making things for
I think I need to be interviewing you, because you are you are Black Girl Magic personified. Yeah, you are.
Hi, Mr. Ernest in the background.
I am.
Her husband name is Ernest, like Daddy.
Girl, I love you already. You're a prodigy.
Thank you.
I feel you. You're a prodigy. Girl, y'all. Well, let me find out you and Ernest did something. Girl. Ooh. Bless that baby. Girl.
Right back at you. Who or what inspired you to write this book? Okay, you got next question.
Me. So this book was inspired by my own journey.
Okay.
I
read a little
needed
bit
to
preface, but I'll go ahead.
I needed to align where I wanted to go with the way I was currently going. And they weren't aligned. I wanted to know more about my creator and God, that and his word and what his word said, and my actions or who I was inside. And those two things didn't align well to me. So I had to do something different.
Gotcha.
And everything in this book is authentically an experience, a personal experience.
I think, Karis, the most amazing thing about that is she said she wanted to align herself. So what do you think? What does that sound like that means you can do?
I think that means you can do anything your mind sets you to, and Black people can do most things as Anglos, because in our history, Anglos got things instead of Blacks. Like at restaurants, the Anglos got to walk in at the front, and the Blacks had to go walk around and get in the other door.
In the back, yeah.
So I think that's a good thing.
Right, and
about
the other
story, because, like I said, Black people are on the cover now, and a Black person wrote it, and we're in Black history.
So we went through the front door, didn't we, Karis?
No, we did it.
In the past, we had to go through the back, but now we on the front. We're going through the front door. We're knocking all the doors in. And the other thing is we can change. That's the point that I was thinking. We can always turn things around. We can realign ourselves, but the focus is the creator. So you remember last night I asked you which section, which chapter resonated or that you wanted to read about first, and which one did you say?
I said the magic inside of you.
The magic inside of you, and then what was the other one? So that was the inner magic, and then you said you wanted to read extra magic. Why did you like extra magic? Because that was the first one you mentioned.
Extra magic. I liked the name of it, and by the names I can tell that it's something really exciting and cool.
Yep, you said extra. And you know why I liked extra magic? Because in her book she stated it's the extra sauce that's not on the menu. What do I call you? That has sauce. Munchkin sauce, because you're and you have girl, and that's kind of what extra magic talks about a little bit. I love the titles, the section titles, or the heads, the chapter heads of your book. They're really, really cool, and particularly those two.
So
thank you.
You're welcome.
So that was a one.
So that's kind of how I kind of framed the book, because I would just sit and think of things maybe that I've experienced or I was currently having an experience, and I would just literally put it in my notes in my phone. So when it was time to write the book, I could literally go back and just capture those thoughts underneath those subtitles, and that's how the book was born.
Yep, I love it.
In this section of the book, you elaborated on your context by making the statement. Everyone doesn't like vanilla.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
What about that part? You want to ask her something in particular about it? So at school, when you all have cupcakes, for example, what
People
happens?
don't like vanilla. Most boys and girls like chocolate.
See? Everyone doesn't necessarily like the vanilla cupcake. Somebody's going to choose chocolate. Someone's going to choose red velvet.
Karis Garcia picked a red velvet.
See?
Those were the only people that picked red velvet.
That's exactly what she's saying. But it's okay. Because everyone doesn't like the same flavor. That's what she was saying.
And it's exactly what I was saying. And guess what else? Does the fact that Miss Garcia, for instance, picked red velvet make vanilla not good?
No. She's saying just because they didn't pick the flavor that you like, does it mean the flavor you like doesn't taste good? No. Everyone just have different tastes.
Everyone has different tastes.
And that's okay.
And it doesn't mean I need to become a red velvet in order for me to be accepted.
Exactly.
I'ma still be a vanilla.
I'll still be a vanilla.
And guess what else? just go on past me up. Because hey,
I'm where I am. This is the choice I've made.
This is just what I am.
This is it.
I also like the section about inner magic.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the God that grows in the inside of you. What is a good analogy for a kid?
As it relates to, like, how would you break it down for a kid to understand inner magic piece?
Okay, let's see. Okay. So.
Okay.
I got it. Okay, so.
Might need to say it with sauce. I got it.
I got it. I got it now, girl. Okay, so we are making cookies. All right?
I like it. I like cookies.
All right, so we have the ingredients that we need over here, all separated by the recipe. We have the flour, we have the salt, we have the sugar, the vanilla, and we want some chips, chocolate chips, whatever. We have nuts. We have all of that, right?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Okay. I love the sprinkles. Okay. So you just put it all together for me right then when you said sprinkles. All right. So we make the cookies, but we didn't look at the recipe the whole time. We use the recipe to separate the ingredients, put them in the bowl or whatever. But we never looked at the recipe the whole time. We just threw it in the bowl. And then we make the cookies. We got them out the oven. And then we threw the sprinkles on top. Just threw them up there. The cookies they didn't look good. You see, we did not look at the recipe. So we cannot actually blame the cookies. We can't blame we can't blame the cookies for not turning out right. Because we never ever referred back to the recipe.
You know what the recipe is? Yeah. Well, in this illustration, but you know what the big picture recipe is she's talking about? What?
Your recipe on your phone.
No, God, the word of God. Because he created you. So he got all this stuff on the inside of you. So you have to always refer to how he wants you to live it. His purposes for your life.
And we also have to refer back to when we're thinking about who we are inside, there are lots of things that tell us who we are all the time. Like, it just goes on and on and on. Like, it continuously changes who we are, tells us who we are until we're somewhere different every day. It's like, it's never ending. But we have one truth. There's only one truth. Regardless of everything else, there's only one truth. And that is the truth that we have to refer to help us to make sure our inner magic is right.
Yes.
Is right.
It is.
That's the inner magic.
Black people gotta know the inner magic.
The inner magic.
Yeah, it's like the key to inside of Black people.
Preach, sister. Preach, sister. That's it. That's it. And you know,
got to know the inner magic, because if they don't, they're missing out on what Black people created. A Black person created this.
Created what?
Inner magic.
Well, not necessarily. We do have inner magic.
Yeah, but a Black person wrote it down in the book.
remember
the inner magic.
For us to remember.
See, you're not keeping up.
That was funny.
The inner magic inside of you. A Black person created it. You hear me?
She created it?
Yeah.
She
wrote it down for us to remember.
Got
it's kind of like a rating.
Got it. All right, I can follow what you're saying.
You see,
I follow that.
I love that.
She also went to a HBCU.
I know, you told me.
You know which one, where it is?
Yeah.
It's in Arkansas.
You lived in Arkansas.
I did live in Arkansas.
So y'all saw each other?
We did not see.
We didn't see each other. She was probably your age when I was there.
That's hilarious. Oh, you have one more question? Okay. What
I
question?
have one more question.
I am ready.
So, about the book, I wanted to know, in the book you made, what inspired you to know the inner magic and the God inside of you?
So what inspired me to know that is when I started the journey of trying to understand who I was in God and understand who He was in me. I started to understand that none of this is about me. It's all about Him and who He is in me. So that's the inner magic. That's what I decided. That's what I decided.
That's why I was getting deep when I was talking about the inner magic.
Yes.
Are you okay?
You are so funny. That's why you were getting deep. Got it.
Deep in the inner magic.
Yeah.
Inner magic. You
like that, Karis.
She loves that part.
That is what it's all about. And the fact that that is your favorite part, that means that we won't have any more questions about who you're gonna be when you grow up. Because if you already got that part,
I grow up, I want to be just like Miss Lisa.
Aww.
Look at you.
All the inner magic.
Well, let her know. Thank her for her time so that she can continue with the rest of her evening. Well,
thank you for having me. It was such a pleasure. And I hope that we can go to lunch one day.
Sure, you hear that? She said she hopes that you can go to lunch one day. We love lunch.
Hey, and guess
lunch
what?
And brunch.
I love it. use my gift card and we get bagels together.
Oh, hey, give me a call, Karis.
Okay.
Got our phone.
And fit me in your schedule, and I'll be ready. I'll put
it on my schedule.
I'll stop everything to be there.
Ooh, look at that,
I
girl.
got another
Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings.
I got another
You winning in life.
Hey.
Tell your family hello.
I
of
shall.
them. Talk soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Karis.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.